Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be, for my 100 Heads challenge, I'm going to be drawing some rappers. And I'm going to go ahead and start kind of laying out where I want them all to go. I have really no true preference. I'm not a big, I'm not that into rap. I mean, my favorite raps back in the day were like the Sugar Hill Gang. That's what kind of like introduced me to rap. And if I really want to be honest, there was this one song back when I think it was like in the 70s. And it was a CB radio song. Hey Ian, how's it going? Sweet. I really appreciate it, Ian. Thanks for popping by. Yeah, Ian's in the chat, says he can't hang out with me today, which is cool. That's cool. Right now I'm doing Lil Wayne. And I'm going to be doing as many heads as I can fit on here as possible, what my pencil can handle, and I'm going to be trying to go as fast as I can because I've got to get at least 12 or 13 in today. And what's kind of cool about this challenge here, this 100 Heads challenge, is that I'm not doing as much erasing as I used to do. Let me turn this down just a smidge. Make sure my sound is up. Sweet. I mean, I spent like 2 hours talking to myself and I didn't know my sound was off. I was like, well, shucky ducky. Yeah, I was recording other videos and whatnot, like drawing the kids and stuff like that, and I was watching other videos that I didn't want to have to worry about editing out. Okay, so pretty much all I'm erasing are my guidelines. But I think I'd like to do this challenge again when I'm not so, like, under this kind of pressure. Like, there's a 100 heads in 100 days, and then there's the 10 heads, the 100 heads in 10 days, which was the original challenge that I came across. And I put the link finally in the description of where I came across the challenge. It's a great exercise for those who are just starting out with trying to learn how to do heads, because what it does is it forces you to draw a lot. And that's, I think, the key is drawing a lot in order to accomplish what you need to do. Learning the basics of the face, some of the, fast ways of getting these out. And right now I'm kind of taking my time in pretty much trying to draw with the music. So I want to try to do a face a song, every song that pops up, but then again it's like all the songs vary in length, and one song just ended, so it's kind of hard to be able to say that. So maybe try to do a face every 5 minutes or every 2 songs possibly. So, which means I'll have to make decisions, and that's another thing that this challenge makes you do. Is with this kind of deadline type of thing, you have to make the decisions on how much detail you're going to throw in, what you're going to color, what do you have time to color. Some of these I want to come back and use my pen and add things to it. I didn't want this to just be like me drawing 100 heads and they just be willy-nilly. I actually wanted to do something with this, but you know, there's the decisions you got to make. You know, do you want to be artistic or do you want to get this shit done? Do you want to get it done, girl? Yes. I only got 3 days left. My goal was to try to do, you know, for Black History Month. I decided it would be my contribution to Black History Month. That I would try to do influential Black people, recognizable Black people. So part of my challenge is to try to make them not just random heads. Yeah, they are. Some of them are random heads, but I want you to be able to. I want to capture the likeness. I want you to be able to recognize who I'm drawing. So I try to focus on people who are well known, but I came across others who weren't so well known, and in my chat, I was introduced to other people that I had no clue about because they were originators. They were way before our time. So I'm already going way too slow. So I also, with me, I don't have the confidence to draw without a pencil. Like, I hate making mistakes with a pen. But it's like, again, you have to make those decisions. A pen would make it go a lot faster because you can see the images really well. So I'm going to be alternating between, I'm going to be alternating between a pen and a pencil and hope that I capture the likeness of this person here. And I've got a really bad habit of leaving my caps off, which makes my poor pen have to try to catch up with me. A lot of these people I have not drawn before, and then there's some I've come across that I've drawn before, and then there's so many people that are not Black that I've come across that I want to draw, but I'm like, I've never drawn 100 Black people, and I think it's pretty cool that I'm trying. And I've learned so much in just a short amount of time about artists, different originators in their craft, especially like the blues singers and things like that. I've been catching YouTube videos to find out who are these people. But anyway, like I was saying about rap, I'm not a big fan of rap. A lot of it, I've noticed that it doesn't feed my mind. Some of it that I've come across, a lot of it's just like, I got money, I got bitches, I got this, I'm gonna put a cap in your ass, and angry and things like that. If I were gravitating towards rap music or certain rap music, it wouldn't be about the anger. It's more about fun. And his eyes are wonky. Okay, that's all right. We'll see if we can make chicken soup out of chicken crap here. That's why I like keeping I like doing with a pencil first, keeping my lines straight. But yeah, like the songs that I liked when I was growing up was like Sugar Hill Gang. That was my favorite. And then some with a really great beat and their message wasn't all negative. Those are the songs that I liked. and the ones that I gravitated to. You know, and to this day, I still kind of listen to. But there's some songs that are so misogynistic, and it's just not my thing. But these gentlemen have like really distinguished themselves, and I want to try to throw some ladies in there as well. So, but today is going to be about the men, and then tomorrow I'll throw in the ladies of rap, which gives me a chance to draw some of my favorite rap singers of today and yesterday. I wonder if I get to draw Queen Latifah twice. Nah, I'm really trying to vary my folks here. Got to make these decisions. Instead of shading with a pencil, I'm trying to shade with the pen here. Do some cross hatching and things like that, and I think that'll help me in later pictures. There's a lot of shadows here. And what's kind of cool about drawing people and finding my own images rather than going from the challenges images is that yeah, there's a lot more black people in mine. I had put together like my own Pinterest, but then I've also deviated and just gone straight off of online to find my other images, my other source images. And this is all black right here. All this is black. I'm taking too long. And one of my frustrations about this challenge that I made on myself is that I wanted to finish this in 8 days instead of 10 because Black History Month ends on the 28th, even though Black History does not end for me on the 28th. I got Black History Month all year long, all my life. Create some Black history. But I like that it's giving me an opportunity to learn more faces, more shapes. They're not just straight on. There's deviations, variations, and again, I have to make those decisions. Do I find the pictures that are easy, where it's just like right in your face and super simple, or do I go for the pictures that are not so easy, where you have to again make those decisions? Do I color it with pencil? Do I not go even further? Do I not put this detail in there? Do I do this? Do I do that? And you got to do it quickly because you've got a lot of other faces to focus on. So but like I said, one of my biggest frustrations is that I'm going way too fast. A lot of these faces are very distinctive. Some are handsome, some are not, some are expressive. different ages, and all of them deserve their own, study, I think. But I love that I've got so many beautiful faces here. And it's just amazing. I wonder how many of these people, and I was thinking this yesterday, how many of these people set out to do what they loved and ended up becoming icons, or realizing that they've become an icon, or have they even realized their influence on the future. Like their songs may be the one thing that speaks to somebody, that brings out their genius. It's kind of hard to imagine that the decisions that you make today may affect others for decades to come. And you never knew that squirrely thing that you did, that viral video that you did, inspired so many people to greatness or led people to ruin. Yeah, because your talent doesn't exist in a vacuum. You've learned it from something, and then you've refined it. You made it your own. It's just really cool. And for these people to be drawn today, they've done something all their own to become distinguished like this. So I'm just alternating between pencil and pen to try to get some of these dark tones in here. Let's see, and I also want to use my charcoal pencil to get the really deep dark blacks that even my cross hatching did not accomplish. Now, in doing these heads, I find it far more interesting to at least get their neck in, if I can. Okay, so I'm going to do his dreads, and then I'm going to move on to another person. And it's kind of cool that I got this variety of lights and shadows going on. I didn't see there's a little thing going on with the side here. And in drawing some of my subjects here, I want to listen to more of their music. I want to listen to the things that made them famous, that made them influential, made them just rich. Or in some cases, some people didn't become rich. Some people were mismanaged. Some of the people back in the day, but nowadays people are so much more savvy. And I'm so happy that we've grown beyond being just taken advantage of left and right, that their voices are being heard, and they can use their talents as a platform to speak truth and to inspire others, and I think that's just awesome. Some have more to say than others, I guess, to be fair. Now, in deciding which pencil to use, I'm trying to use the ebony pencil for like kind of like skin tones. If I have like a really light skinned person, I would use this 6H pencil, and it has a really great skin tone thing here. Oh, I forgot the other teardrop, and I think this teardrop is a little too low from where it should have been. Okay, and then I'm going to use my blending stump to just get some of the more subtle shadows here. Yeah, it just kills me that I didn't give myself enough time for things like this. 6 days, 8 days is just not enough. Not to really do these guys some justice. Okay. Next, now I'm not pulling these guys in any kind of real order or anything like that. I'm just pretty much just finding their faces and drawing them. There are a few here that I do have in a playlist, and I think some of it's from their beats and stuff like that have been sampled from other songs, and just like they make you move. Now, I'll be taking wins and losses on a great deal of some of these because I'm going just so fast. And some of them you'll probably recognize right off the bat, and then others will be like, who is that? So I'm putting their names underneath their faces so that you kind of can see who I was attempting to draw and who I failed miserably at. Now some of these, I wonder, I'm thinking of doing this challenge again, but more in a cartoon sense, like drawing well-known people as Disney characters or Disney-esque characters, or just doing a study on like 100 cartoon characters, cartoon faces. And that should help me create my own original characters based on what I've learned from drawing so many cartoons. And maybe even then that could help me with animating, whipping stuff out really fast. A lot of the key to drawing very unique faces is to find the things that make them unique. Like, I think this is Biggie here. I got so many flying things around me, it's driving me nuts. Um, he's got a very distinctive nose here. And then finding the shadows, it's easier to draw from a picture that has a lot of shadows, lights and darks, things like that, to help form the shape of the face, of the body, of whatnot. And to see where they're falling, to see, because some faces are so big or whatnot, they don't fit the norm of the typical shaped face. And that's kind of why I like this challenge, because I've got such a variety of faces to draw from. Like, I'm not drawing the typical chiseled jaw type person. They're not all beauty queens. They're not all pretty, that's for sure. But because these guys are like celebrities and they're not models per se, where they're leaping all over the place or making different poses and stuff, a lot of these are portraitish from magazines and things like that. So a lot of them are facing forward, which makes sense. Okay, I gotta bring this up even higher. I was hoping to capture a little bit of this crown here, but it is what it is. With some of these subjects, I'm not going to beat myself up if I can't, or if I fail to capture their likeness. It's good practice, and then I can come back and look at it and see where I went wrong. Where did I miss the likeness, type of thing. True fans would probably be able to like point it out. It's like, yeah, nose is too small. Our boy is bigger. You know, you didn't put enough shadow in it. You know, you didn't give it enough time. And sometimes it is just time. It takes time sometimes to get a likeness. So I'm kind of falling back on my caricature skills to try to get likenesses. I use as little lines as possible to try to capture who I'm drawing, but not distorting it too badly. Or at least I'm hoping I'm not distorting it too badly. Yeah, this picture here that I'm drawing is a bit of a challenge because there's a lot of shadow. And I chose it because there's a lot of shadow. Plus it was clear. A lot of pictures of folks are low res. So this one I got lucky and it was large, just moderately higher resolution than a lot of the pictures that I came across. And I'm using the charcoal where I see it the darkest. The ebony where I see it like the medium tones, coming closer to the light. I think he looks slimmer in my picture than he does in the actual source image. Let's see what we can do with this here. I wish I could play their music as I'm drawing them, but I don't want a copyright strike or anything like that. Should be lower. The more time that you spend on a picture, the better that it could possibly get. Sometimes I think the opposite. It's like, okay, I need to stop. I need to stop. I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. But the more I look at his face, the more I can like, oh, I can put this in there. I can put that in there. I can do this. I can do that. And I don't have time to do the detail on the crown. Maybe I'll complete it on the bust or something like that. The downside to using one of these with charcoal is that it obscures completely. There's no half-assing it. When charcoal gets a hold of your blending stump, it will take over. So what I like to do is when it becomes a bit overwhelming is that I'll go over it with another pencil to kind of blend it, or I'll start to lighten certain things up with my eraser. So it kind of throws like a bit of a base on here. Okay, last song for this one. After this song, I'm moving on to another face. Gotta make that decision. Gotta make an executive decision. Let's see. And sometimes it's better to be darker than lighter. Sometimes when you'll think you're going just a little too dark, it may be just right. I learned that the hard way when I was in art school. And I was drawing a picture, and I thought it was just fine. But my teacher's like, no, go darker. No, go darker. No, go darker. If I go too dark, it's going to look ugly. No, go darker. And what she was trying to do is get me to bring out more tones, have more differences between light and dark. Which was virtually impossible to do with the pencils that I had, so I had to go out and buy like charcoal pencils or what was it called? Like this ebony pencil. My pencils would only, I think they were like up to 6 to 8B. I can't remember exactly, and it wasn't dark enough. In her opinion, it was never dark enough. And when I'd come back to her and ask her, you know, is this dark enough finally? You know, I'd put more darkness in it, and she's like, what do you think? If you don't put it dark enough, you're not going to get an A. I'm like, oh, it sucks, it sucks, it sucks. And I think that kind of helped me to a certain extent. But it's up to you to make that judgment call. Is it dark enough? Would it show up if I had to reproduce it? You know, like on um, in a copy or something like that. Okay, and I said I was going to move on to the next person. Gosh, it's like I don't want to. Not yet, not yet. Just one more song, one more song. Okay, one more song, kid. One more song, and then you gotta move on. Got 10 of these mugs to do. Right now I'm just adding any place where I need just a little bit more darkness. Just a little. Alright, on to the next face. Okay. No time, no more time, no more time, no more time, no more time. Go on. Okay. Alright. Let's get a little prettier up in this mug here. Okay. Now I'm coming closer to fellows that I like. Let's see. Now I apologize if I have faces that are rival gangs and stuff like that. Please forgive my ignorance. It's not my intention to offend, just to pay homage. And if anything, that with this black and white, that there shouldn't be any kind of like rivalry. You know, it's like, wait, we're all in black and white here. Can't we all just get along? I added my guidelines just because I want to remember that the face is round. Um, Even though parts of it may look flat and straight, the face is round, and I have to keep telling myself that, even if it's subconsciously. And I can check to see if they're about an eye apart. I guesstimated just right. I don't want to close up too much of the gap here between the eye and the eyebrow. His eyebrows are pretty thick. Oh. Okay, let's see where his nose actually ends. About like right here. Yeah, the nose is supposed to be an eye apart. However, it doesn't always land right where the tear ducts are. Sometimes they are a little bit wider than where the tear ducts are. So what I do is I drop a line measuring where the edge of the nostril is, and his nostril ends about like right here on this end, and then the other one is a little bit into the eye white, and then I can erase. And that helps me get the proper placement of the nose. I always used to struggle on putting my nose in place until I taught myself that trick, knowing that the nose is one eye wide, and you can test that by taking an eye and then just like seeing if from the tip here to the tip of my fingernail. So if you placed your eyes, and the eyes to me are so important to put down first, and placement. Okay. So also I use it for the lips. So wherever I see the lips, the corner of the lip is, his corner of the lip is like right here on that side, and it's a little bit halfway in between this eye, and that would give me the length of his lips from corner to corner. And then you just fill it in from there. Hey Tattooed Hearts, good morning. And then I just erase these guidelines here. No longer necessary, at least for that portion of it. Did you check out the link I sent you last time you live streamed? I don't think I did. What was the link? What was it to? I apologize. Was that for the Ariana Grande thing, or because when I did leave, I didn't get to come back. You know how life gets in the way and junk. But if you send it to me again, I'll go ahead and check it out. I did catch one of her songs. Rihanna with red hair, really? Tomorrow I'm going to be drawing, let's see, female rappers and hip-hop singers. And then I'll go back to songstresses, but then again I can go ahead and throw Rihanna and one of the other ones. But I don't think I'm going to be doing any color in this particular one here, but I think I would. I'll go ahead and do a Rihanna, but not on this. Maybe if I do, it'll be in black and white, but I'll definitely do either one of those, Ariana or Rihanna in color. Oh, it was a link to Beyonce. Oh, okay. I'll go back and check, because I definitely need that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, all right. Yeah, when you do that, like you're looking up a picture of Ariana with headphones, I want to change the headphones up. I want to make them like our own, make them kind of like more unique. So I'm going to like, if you can, figure out what her zodiac sign is, and maybe we'll incorporate that with like her headphones. Like I want to have something that's connected to her more personally than someone else's headphones, and that's one of the ways that I kind of change up images. Like if I'm drawing something and I want to make it kind of like uniquely my own, I'll take the image that I see and then combine it with something completely and utterly different, something that you haven't seen before. That or a spirit animal type of thing, or Chinese zodiac sign. So like if she was born under the sign of the dragon, I would do like dragon headphones or dragon shaped headphones, or even Day of the Dead if she's Hispanic type of thing. I don't know what kind of Latina she might be, if she is one. I'm putting the lines in because I want these to like to be the darkest parts of the face, or at least something distinctive, I guess. He's got a large ball there. His lips might be too high up. Or just right, one or the other. Yeah, I think when this challenge is over, I'm going to do a very large picture of Ariana and Rihanna and put that in the large drawing book that I have. Oh, sweet. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and click on that link real quick and save that. Excellent. Oh, I like that picture. She looks cute. Kill it! Kill it! Beast DNA on my thingy here. Let's see, and he has like a nose ring. Alright. Let's go ahead and throw some shadows on here. See if we can grab a little Tupac. Tupac. I love that Gangster Paradise song. That'll always be my favorite. I used to wear that song out. You know what, for giggles, no, I don't want to use the wrong color. I was going to color him in a certain color. Let's see. Okay, so I've got copy image, and I don't know, put her in the art with edge. Let's see, this one. Okay, I got Ariana on there with her little headphones. Let's see. Let me get back to Tupac. Tupac, laka laka. Tupac laka. There he is. Okay. Alrighty. Thanks for the little picture. I don't need that anymore. There we are. Get back to where we were. Yeah, I thought that I could work on like other things at the same time as doing this, and I'm like, no, I'm too tired. I blew my wad the other day drawing for 5 hours straight. That was hard. I can only imagine someone else, like, wow. I without taking a break, it just, wow. I watched this other guy, he was drawing for like 24 hours straight or 10 hours straight. That is brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Never want to do that to myself. Not for free. Okay. Let me put the cap back on because I have yet to put the freaking cap back on that one. Okay. I'm going to throw a little bit more tone on here. And oh no, because if you get burnt out, it's not easy to come back. And I love drawing way too much to burn myself out. Because it's like, if I'm burnt out and tired, I'm not going to put out my best work. And yeah, it sucks. It's a double-edged sword, definitely. It's like, I want to draw more, but it's like, you need to stop and take a break. You need to get some rest. You need to go eat. Yeah, when I'm doing this challenge here, I'm going to eat my breakfast at work instead of, you know, because I wanted to give myself more time to draw. And let's see, like Friday, I didn't really give myself time to draw on. Friday and Saturday were really hard for me. I was doing laundry, so I only got like maybe 2 pictures done. And then I was on the bus trying to get to the post office, forgot my package, had to go back onto the bus, go get my package, catch another bus, go back out to the post office and mail off my packages. Oh gosh, Saturday was brutal. And then I went to go do laundry right after that. I was like, wow, I didn't know I had the strength. But it must be done. It's getting to look a little bit more like a Tupac. I think it may be where we came from, and then as you know, more races start to merge together and change and alter. I don't think that's racist at all. I don't know. It's an African thing, I guess. It could be just the way we all evolved from Cro-Magnons and stuff like that. I'm not an anthropologist or anything like that, but just like how maybe it was a defense mechanism, it could have been, who knows? Who knows? It's just the way we evolved. And then you'll see that other people have thicker lips. They're not necessarily black, but they may have come from like Europe or European origins and had other ethnicities introduced to their into their gene pool. So like you know, like Jewish people have big noses. Why? Who knows? You know, it's just like how you evolved, where you came from, and then noses got slimmer as more cultures started blending together. Like it's like asking why Asian people have they don't have the double eyelids like we do, or like American. Well, I don't want to say Americans because Americans can have double eyelids. Anybody can have double eyelids. My son has the monolid. Don't know why. I don't think I had it, and I don't know if his father had it. I don't think his father had it. Yeah, I don't think his dad had it. It's just something that that just evolves. I don't know. But I think it's just where you came from. You know, some people still have Cro-Magnon features. It's like asking why do black people have more melanin? It could be to protect them from the sun. It could be the sun itself. Who knows? Who knows? But it's just a feature that just has not bred itself out. It's in the genes. You could have kids that have really thin lips, and the next thing you know, they hook up with somebody who in their past had an ancestor that had thick lips. Who knows? It's a good question. Huh. Does it work for people with very textured skin, textured hair? You know, like my hair, which is like lamb's wool. It's very dense. It's like I took my braids down and I let my hair kind of like rest outside of the braids for 24 hours, and oh my gosh, it was like lamb's wool. I could not get a comb through it. But it's funny, in my family, we've had such a diverse bunch of folks. My brother has thick lips. I have thin lips. My mom has thin lips. My dad has thick lips. My aunt has lips for days, yo. My younger aunt has, she's got big lips. But but we have like different tones of skin as well. Partially because my brother he's an outside cat. I was more of an indoor cat. But my lips are thinner than his, and it could be. It's a good question. It's a good question. Yeah, if they've got that gene, like a recessive gene. Like my kids right now are mixed. They're half black, half white. And if they hook up with a light-skinned person, the black is a recessive gene. So like if they're both light-skinned, and you know a whole nother generation passes, if they come across two people with the same recessive gene and that becomes dominant, they can have a black baby. The funny thing is seeing two black people have a white baby. Now that was one hell of a recessive gene. But it's been known to happen. Um, but yeah, the it's great for twist outs, and it doesn't have alcohol in it, so it won't dry your hair out. Oh, okay. Because that's one of my biggest concerns is like I got to keep my hair moderately moist or something in it because it will break and it dries out a lot. Because of the texture, it's like I was looking at this one thing and it said something like when black people's hair has water on top of it, the water like sits on top rather than sinks in. I thought that was kind of weird, but hey, you know, whatever. I got that kind of texture. But yeah, I guess it's only possible if they've got that gene in their ancestry. Oh, so it's part cream, part mousse. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I just pretty much wear my hair up into two braids. You know, French braided like down the middle and stuff. Seeing gray hairs and junk in it. And then I looked at my eyebrows. I've got like some gray hairs in my eyebrows. I'm like, get out. I'm like, what? Oh, what a drag it is getting old. Now, is it like super hot where you are too? Because that also is a contributing factor to your hair like drying out or staying greasy or oily or whatever. With me riding my bike, I have to wash my hair a lot more often than I usually had to. Because it starts to get itchy. And I if because before I was riding my bike, I didn't have to wash it as often. Like maybe I could get away with once a week type of thing. But you know, riding outside, being in the humidity and the heat, I have to wash it like every other day. And it's, yeah, I don't know. It's like it's my hair gets stripped by my shampoo and the water hardness. I'm gonna start watching other YouTubers who know how to do hair and junk. 50 degrees, good Lord. Yeah, I'm in the crazy humidity. I can't wait to get out there right now. Woo woo. I got my air conditioner going and it's like freaking comfortable right now. Oh man, but then I'm gonna have to go outside. It really sucks because it's like you'll go from air conditioner to air conditioner. Constantly here in Florida. And God, the frizziness. Yeah, I'm kind of like the opposite. I need oils in my hair in order for it to do something because it's like I'm not producing my own oils. My skin is oilier than hell, and if I touch like if I touch my face, the next day I'll have like pimples. But my hair, it's drier than a bone. Throw some lashes here. Yeah, there's no dramatic highlights or anything like that in this face here. It's like I wanted to color in blue, but I'm scared that that's going to be against as whoever he was with. I don't know. God, what a life. I couldn't be a rapper. There's always somebody out there that hates you. It's sad. I don't know. The thug life. I don't know. I don't think I could do that. Oh, you're in Cali. That's right. You're right, in Cali, and it's 50 degrees. Is that only at night, or because it's been a hot minute since I've been in Cali. I was born and raised in San Diego. I knew a kid that didn't have any pair of pants. He didn't wear pants at all. He wore shorts all year long. When it rained, he still wore shorts. Yeah, I almost miss being in California, where you know, it doesn't have that humidity. It's hot. It's so much more comfortable. Let's make this a little bit darker and then move on to the next face. You know what's funny? Tupac spelled backwards is kaput. Sorry, bad joke. Alright, next face. Who am I going to do next? Let's see. Who do I have? I have 50 Cent. I got a 50. I think I might be able to start 50 today. Bring him a little bit closer here. He's got a nice square face, square jaw. It's going to be fun to draw. Oh, I wonder... Ice Cube. Love Ice Cube. Let me see. Now keep drawing. I was going to put Ice Cube right here doing his, like, looking at you type of thing. But I think I'll just leave it alone. Let's see how fast I can at least get the start here. Kind of leaning on my caricatures here. Just getting the basic shape sound. Oh, 67. Yeah, you know, I had never been in any weather that was lower than my grandmother's age until I got older. It wasn't until I had, like, left San Diego. And, you know, no weather that was that low. It's always been very high. 60s, 70s. And, you know, I've always been an inside cat. Never used air conditioning like I've used it lately here in Florida. So expensive. And in every car, you see their windows were like rolled up because they've got their air conditioner going, which burns up gas. You know, it's just like, wow. Kanye. Um, I do like some of his music. I just don't like him. I think I came across like one song of his that I liked. But yeah, he still qualifies as black, so he might end up here. But these were like the first faces that I found, so when I looked up black rappers, so I just like kind of grabbed the first clear faces that were available. But yeah, the first rap song that I ever heard wasn't like from black folks. It was like the CB radio song. It was freaking hilarious, and it wasn't qualified as a rap, but it should have been. I don't know if it was qualified as country. I think it might have been a country song, but it was like rap music. It was hilarious. You still wear shorts in the winter, but a pair of your shorts were like knee-high socks and a big-ass hoodie. In the meantime, hey, but I look cute. I look good. Yep, yep, yep. You know, I never really had to layer clothing when I was living in San Diego. You know, this whole layering of clothing thing was so foreign to me. And then I went to Maine, and then oh my gosh, I don't know, I had never seen snow until I had gotten to Maine, and I was like 18 years old, and I thought snow was solid. And everybody else was going around this snowdrift, and my dumb ass, I'm like, you know, snow is solid. I've seen cartoons. My dumb ass went. I took my first step onto a snowdrift, and people were looking at me, and they're like, "What is she doing?" Took my first step into a snowdrift and sank right to my crotch. I have never had anything cold on my crotch like that ever. I was like, wow. Yeah, I seen cartoons. I jumped up like one. You know, that's one of the things I liked about and hey, what's going on, Dexter? Yeah, that's what I liked about Will Smith. You can let your mama listen to it with you. You know, and as a matter of fact, she did. You know, she used to sit beside me and watch you know, his videos and stuff. And what is it called? And she called him a fool half the time anyway. But what was it called? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, and I think she liked that rap. I guess because it had Mama on there. But yeah, you know, he was wholesome, I guess you can say. He wasn't filthy. He didn't brag about I got all this, I got all that. Let's see, you still wear hoodies and sweaters in the summer? Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, you're an inside cat, aren't you? Yeah, I'm definitely not big on being cold. I don't think anybody is really. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. You won't catch me skiing. No winter sports for this girl. Get my ass inside. I've shoveled enough snow. No more snow for me. No more snow. Oh, I was a whiny little bitch when it was cold out here. Oh my gosh. Like a couple pairs of sweatpants. But no, Tattooed Hearts, I wouldn't be mad at you for it because it does get kind of cool in the evening. So I had hoodies too. YZ, who's YZ? Yeezy? Who's? I feel naked without my hoodies. Yeah. Yeah, but it was always a light hoodie. It wasn't anything like heavy when I was wearing it. You're gonna have to speak English with me, Dexter. I had to turn in my black card when it came to rappers. This is too much violence, too much gang. What is it called? Politics. I almost didn't draw them. I just don't know anything about them. I know, like, just enough to make me, I don't know. I don't know. But, I do reminisce about some of the songs that I liked back in the day. And yes, I did like the Lollipop song. Welcome to the Lollipop or Candy Shop or however that song went. I just like doon, 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 doon. Yeah, I don't want to do too much of that. I might have to get a copyright strike for being terrible at my rap. But, YZ, he was a rapper in the mid-'80s. I don't remember him. I do not remember. I don't know. Were they a dime a dozen? They came out and disappeared like one-hit wonders type of thing? See, yeah, I'm going to have to turn in my black card. I should know these things. You know, my mom didn't listen to too much. He didn't use curse words. Oh, kind of like Weird Al, huh? I guess he doesn't qualify, right? Up. Can't see my boy here. Let me bring him up a little higher. I didn't realize my pencil thing was really low, or my picture was really low. Okay, so I got about 6 minutes. Thick hoodies in the summer, and get this, I would pair my hoodies with jeans and Timberlands. Woo! Woman, you like to sweat, don't you? Nah, but yeah, there was always a nice breeze. You could probably get away with doing that. Wearing hoodies in the summer. I don't know. I've had some really nice jackets and stuff. I had this Duke jacket that you just could not rip off my body. There's something about the Blue Devil and the way the colors were on that jacket that I just like, wow. I think that was the most expensive thing I've ever bought, clothing-wise. I think it was like about a couple $100, I think, that I spent on it because I loved it so much. And then I washed it in a commercial washer, and the thing just fell apart. God, I to this day I get misty-eyed. It was a nice jacket. It was a damn nice jacket. But yeah, I'd kill for a jacket like that nowadays. It's been cold. Probably glow in the dark, so light. Oh well. Dexter, who else was a decent rap singer? I don't think that the ladies swore as bad. I mean, I know some of them had a potty mouth, but I don't think they were that bad. One thing I don't like about rappers is that most of them say that they're pro-black about rap, about killing other blacks. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, yeah, how do you say you're pro-black? well, pro-black with our gang colors. You know, I'm for those folks. You know, and it's like, how can you like rap about stuff, and then the next thing you know, you got people like, oh, you think you're all big and bad, Holmes, huh? You want to fight? 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 You know, it's like, what? You know, I can rap too. You know, I don't know if that's just an asshole thing where people just come up to you and then expect to be like discovered because you're a rap singer and stuff like that. You can make crap happen for them, and then they end up getting shot and get into fights and have to have bodyguards and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. I don't know. It's just way too many politics to get into rap. You're not street enough. Yeah, MC Light, but she didn't last long for some reason. She came and she went. I just don't understand why she lost popularity. Oh, you know who oh, you haven't listened to rap? I don't blame you. Um, there's some songs that will speak to you, and then there's others that are like, okay, this is way too misogynist for my ears. Like I've got one song from Ice-T that reminds me of my childhood, my teenage years, and I will never let it go. It's Let's Get Buck Naked and F Tonight. And it's like it's the beat, the tone, the rhythm. It's misogynistic as hell, but it's like I like this song. It's on my playlist and I ride my bike to it. Yes, I love Queen Latifah. Oh my gosh. If I could ever think of an icon of female empowerment, it would have been her. She was there through thick and thin. She wasn't in the gangster scene. She was tough, but she wasn't, she wasn't vindictive and stuff like that. There's plenty of room for everybody. Plus, she could also sing. She just didn't. But I think she put out an album under her real name, and I don't know if it did well. I only caught like a portion of it. I never got to hear any of the songs. I used to like what's her name? God, Salt and Pepper. I have a few of their songs on my playlist. I have a couple of them, or at least I had one of them in one of my videos. Yeah, Queen was really nice. I really liked her music. I like her, period. I like her as an actress. I like her. I like the way she carries herself. And she wasn't a small girl. So she went through like the body politics and stuff too, and is probably still going through it, of Hollywood and whatnot. Missy Elliott, yeah, she swore a lot, and she was daddy girl. My mom had these albums. One of them was Millie. I think her name was Millie Jackson. Oh, that lady was nasty. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I think she's part of the reason why they had to have warning labels on stuff. Yeah, wow. That was one of my first encounters with women who were like that. She also had like a Mom's Mabley album, and I think she was more of a comedian than anything. I don't think I was allowed to listen to it. Either that or it just disappeared or I wasn't interested. Wow. But yeah, people like Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, definitely were refreshing to listen to. I like the Unity song that she had. Unity. U-N-I-T-Y. Don't remember any of the other lyrics, but I remember U-N-I-T-Y. I don't think I even heard Famous. Yeah, I think there's only like maybe one or two Kanye West songs that I've ever really remember or pay attention to. Any other time I just like turn that mess off. It's just not, I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't speak to me like Tupac did. But it's something to come across rappers who were not only fun to listen to, but didn't cuss, you know. But I think they may have gotten a bad rap because of that they weren't hard, you know. Or if you had a different message, it was like, oh, you're just bubblegum pop. You're not a real rapper. You're like the Diet Coke of rapping, you know, type of thing. Just 1 calorie, not rapping enough, not street enough, not real enough. That's why I like the Sugar Hill Gang. They were fun. Hip hop, a hibbity da hibbity hip hip, a hoppity don't stop, rocking to the bang bang, boogie up, boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. They talked about what's his name, Superman. What you hear is not a test. Yeah, I used to love that stuff. Double Dutch Bus, that was fun. Give me a oh if you got your funky bus pass. Oh, gosh, man, it brings back memories. I love that old school rap. Double Dutch bus coming down the street, moving pretty fast. Shuffle your feet. Oh man, I used to listen to that stuff going to sleep and stuff. Get on the bus, pay a fare. Tell the driver that you're going to a double Dutch affair. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think after I do the, I think that song just did. Oh yeah, I'm sure it did. There's a well, I guess she had it coming. I mean, she dissed a lot of other guys too. It's like, don't date her. Do not date her. She will tell you. She'll tell the world about your ass. She's the queen of kissing and telling. Her, and John Mayer. Yeah, there was all that crazy controversy between Kanye West and what's her face, Taylor Swift. I don't think I'm capturing him just right. I have no idea. A lot of the people that are out nowadays, the younger generation, I'm really not into. I'm kind of stuck in my 80s, 90s music because those people actually hold a note. I'm sure there's a few Selena Gomez songs out there. I don't know. Did you really? You know who was really bad? and they're definitely not out anymore, was the Fine Young Cannibals. They were awful. I heard them on this many, many moons ago when they first came out in the 80s. Or was it the 90s? I think it was the 80s. Oh, God, they were awful live. And the guy was all off key. I can't wait anywhere. I was like, oh my God. And these people are just jamming to the song. It's one of those like MTV dance on the beach type things. When MTV used to do that kind of crap. And it was bad. I couldn't watch it. It was so bad. I'm like, and these guys are famous? Ugh. That's probably why they're not out anymore. But yeah, I never heard her on. I'll check her. I'll check some of these things out that you're mentioning. It's like I don't recall any of her songs. I'm such a bad tuber. I have no idea. I'm so out of touch. What do you think, Dexter? Can Selena Gomez sing, in your opinion? Okay, so let me fix this, and then I have to get going. Bismarcky, he couldn't sing! You're right! But that song that he did was so catchy. It was very, very catchy. You got what I need. Oh, I can still say it. And you don't have to sing it on key. I took blah blah's word for it at this time. Oh, man. That was fun. All right, you guys, I'm gonna have to call it quits. I have to get ready to go. So I'll see you on the morrow. I should have more images on here if I'm behaving myself on the bus. And yeah, let me know, Dexter, what you think if Selena Gomez could sing. Hands to myself, or good for you. Yeah, interesting. Okay, all right, you guys, take it easy, and we'll talk again. I had no idea that old girl couldn't sing. I really didn't. All right, take care, you guys. Bye bye.